Sandusky County is a great place for business to invest because it's a good place to live. Agriculture is our top industry in our county, and from agriculture it built a great workforce for us, and I think it stands for itself based off of the worker that you have in Sandusky County. It's a place where you can come live and thrive and have its success. And I think with all of the announced projects that we've had and all the awards we've received as micropolitans for the last 4 years says a lot for that and our county. What is Sandusky County Economic Development doing for businesses in our community? We're here as an arm to help them get projects done. Sometimes it's just behind the scene things that have to be done that you don't think about that are connected to a project when it comes to dealing with infrastructure, water, sewer, power needs, things having to do with their workforce, their training, that type of thing. Those are the things we assist with behind the scenes. We're not necessarily the people that are right out front and it being known publicly, but it's helping get things done so they can have a success in the long run.
Well, I think the Sandusky County Economic Development Corporation is paramount to the Sandusky County businesses because we are the folks that watch what goes on in Sandusky County, see what needs to be done, and try to meet the needs of the area businesses, with whether it be their expansion projects. If they're downsizing, we try to bridge any economic need they might have. The economic climate for Sandusky County was phenomenal. 2015 was a banner year for the county, and we actually surpassed that in 2016. We had 23 projects that happened in the county that amounted to $398 million of investment. That represents about 4,700 retained jobs and 235 new jobs.
When our parent company, Trilogy Health Services, acquired our building in 2005, the goal was to eventually build a replacement campus. We made that commitment to the residents and to the Fremont community and felt that with the demographic trends and the needs of our customers, now was the perfect time to build this replacement campus and also to expand our services to also include assisted living. Our current campus has a 60-bed long-term and rehab unit, and so we have built another 60 beds for those services here in this building. We've expanded our dining room services. We, in this building, have the ability to have several designated activity spaces for our residents, and then with the addition of the assisted living, we've added 38 assisted living accommodations as well. With this new location, we're able to expand our health and hospitality services to more residents in Sandusky County, and we can ensure that we're going to be able to continue to exceed the expectations of our customers in this beautiful new home of theirs. We currently have about 85 employees. We have already added about 10 additional positions, and we're anticipating hiring at least 10 more throughout the next month or so. Sandusky County Economic Development has helped our developer and our company really get this project up off the ground, and also assisting us in some incentives to be able to build. Trilogy is a great customer service organization. They treat their employees well, and therefore the expectation is that we're going to treat our customers well. We're able to match the services and that customer service mentality with a beautiful new building and upgrades that our residents deserve.
Clearview Industrial Park in Gibsonburg came about more as an investment in the community that the previous elected officials and some of the current elected officials had in mind. They invested economic development funds into the land. Over time, they've also made it shovel ready. The park itself has all the utilities there already. Water, sewer, electric, fiber optics, natural gas comes to the entrance of the park. The street, Commerce Drive, is paved and curbed. We have 65 acres that are ready to be developed into positive and productive use in Gibsonburg. We have right now it's a shade over $1 million. With some things that we plan to do yet this year, some aesthetics, entrance landscaping, signage, some screening mounds. That figure will go up. But we're committed to the project. We're committed to the site. We intend to see it through. The Sandusky County Economic Development Corporation, it's a huge resource. I mean, especially for a community like Gibsonburg. I mean, we're not large enough to have our own economic development coordinator. So we depend on the EDC and the staff to, assist us and point us in the right direction. And there's never been any issue when they haven't given us the proper advice or pointed us in that correct direction. So we're proud to be a part of that organization. The mayor is on the board. I'm one of the practitioners, and we're pleased with the results. Any business that would invest in Sandusky County is making a wise and sound business decision. I think it's probably the best place for anyone to live, work, and play. Just the diversity, the things that are available here, the education systems, and just the people themselves. I mean, there's a strong work ethic here, and I think it would pay huge dividends in any business. We're conveniently located to the Turnpike, not far from the Toledo area. There's airports close by. There's direct routes pretty much everywhere, to the Turnpike, to 75. So it's located in a good spot. People are taking a strong interest in their communities and in redeveloping their communities and embracing a lot of the historical things in their communities. I know in Gibsonburg there's tremendous amount of community spirit and community pride, and people want to see outsiders come in and make their community even better. Whether that's by building a spec building or a factory, an industrial park, or buying a building downtown and opening a smaller business. Especially in Gibsonburg, people are open to that and embrace it.
Crown Battery started in 1926 right here in Fremont as a small family-run business repairing batteries. And that family now, after 90 years, has turned into a corporation employing well over 600 people. We look at how we grow the business we look at 6 pillars at Crown Battery. It's our priorities at Crown. It's safety, quality, productivity, energy management, regulations, and healthcare. We look at those 6 things and prioritize how can we take our capital dollars, our commitment to our company and our employees, and invest into this company. Highlighted this year are numerous projects. One is our sealed lead acid batteries. That is a new line for us, and we continue to grow and improve and increase production there. We have back in our industrial division, we have our plate making, and committed to new technologies in that area with a brand new industrial wrapper stacker. It's an automated plate processing and stacking operation. Part of on the safety side and regulatory, we invest in brand new baghouse system for our industrial division. And what that does is makes for a clean working environment for our employees and make sure any air that we exhaust meets and exceeds all EPA regulations. Now, due to the amount of power we use and the requirements we decided how do we poise ourselves for growth in the future. What we did was we invested over $2 million in an electrical 69,000 volt electrical substation. And what that does is gives us a clean, reliable, and cost-effective power moving forward. As Sandusky County EDC, a big role they play, I think, is a mutual benefit for both parties. For us, they are a great resource for us to rely on. One example is the area where we built the substation. That was property we had to purchase, and we needed assistance to help speed that project along. And where we were able to tap into that resource of EDC to help us go through with parcel consolidation, annexation of that, and working with all the various government agencies. And that was a huge benefit because it was a time constraint project. And we're able to sit there and move that along and get our project done on time and under budget. When we look at projects, is how do we grow, how do we improve, how do we become more efficient? A lot of places, a lot of companies look at how do we reduce labor. And we never look at it in that form. We always look at it in the form, how do we improve efficiencies to reduce cost, to increase sales? And through that sales increase, we have to grow the business. And with that, continue to add labor, to add new employees. And that is an important thing of all of our projects. We look at that as not on labor reduction, but company growth.
Always been a very progressive community. It has, and everything is on the rise and the ramp up. It's been extremely beneficial for all the companies and the residents around here. Job creation, it has been in 2015 and 16 was 600 jobs created, and now we're going to have an additional 400 jobs by the end of this year as well. We've also implemented a community-wide reinvestment area for the whole city, which has become a very powerful tool not only for manufacturers because they get a 15-year 100% real estate tax exemption on the new construction that they're doing. So that becomes a very powerful tool and that's the rationale why companies want to expand here or build here. It's going to be a tremendous amount of additional growth. Like I said, this has become a very powerful attraction point because we do have a very strong workforce here and we have incentives that we can provide that are extremely beneficial for any company that wants to move in here or expand.
In 2016, the SCEDC, with the help of our marketing committee, decided to move forward with a rebranding. We knew that in order to move forward within our organization that we needed to stand out to be competitive with other economic development organizations as well. We also wanted to work to make information about Sandusky County as accessible as possible. This included a new logo, an enhanced website, and a community video highlighting the benefits of living, working, and doing business in Sandusky County. The arrows in our new logo represent the progress in the forward movement that the SCEDC works towards every day. With the new mobile-friendly website, visitors can now pull up information about Sandusky County from any device. The new website layout makes it easier for users to navigate our website for information, whereas our old website was hard to update on the back end, and this will make it easier for us to update the information. We are extremely excited about the new look and the role that it will play to help promote the SCEDC and local business in Sandusky County.
2016 was a really big year for Sandusky County Economic Development. We received some top awards in the state and in the nation. One of it includes OEDA's Innovation Award, which was for Think Manufacturing that we did back in October. Our team worked really hard on that project and did a great delivery for over 900 plus ninth graders. And to receive an award from the State Association for Innovation in Marketing in the workforce arena is a great award to receive, so we're really proud of that. We recently just heard that we have been named top micropolitan again for the 4th year in a row. We moved up 21 points. We're now considered 18th in the nation as a micropolitan. Micropolitan is based off of your county seat and your size of your county, more of a rural community like Sandusky County. So for us to receive this award the 4th year in a row, that has to do with our capital projects that we had. We ended 2016 with almost $4 million in announced projects, which is huge for our size of our county. And I think it says a lot for the business community throughout Sandusky County. A third award that we received in 2016 was the Small Business Award by the Chamber of Commerce of Sandusky County. That was a surprise. That was a nomination that was made by the business community for Sandusky County Economic Development. It was a nice award for us, and we were really honored to receive it from the Chamber of Commerce.
Sandusky County manufacturing showcase, also known as Think. The benefits of it are, well, twofold. One, for the businesses that participate, it gets an opportunity to kind of to be involved with the youth, to show what they do in the community, because many people drive by these buildings, don't have any idea what's happening inside these buildings. And it gives an opportunity for not only the ninth graders that come, but also all the volunteers that help, all the teachers, the counselors, they all get an idea.
Well, I think the big thing they take away from it, at least from our end, is the sentiment or what's ingrained into the kids, a lot of times into the teachers, into the counselors, things like that, is the manufacturing's dirty. You don't want to do that. That's a old thing. Those jobs are dirty jobs. It's an environment that's, you lose a finger or an arm. It's hot. It's dirty. It's whatever, and it's not the case at all.
Having the youth involved and exposed to career opportunities in manufacturing. This is a manufacturing showcase. Obviously, that's where my career has been, is manufacturing, and I believe manufacturing is the heart of our economy. Without manufacturing, many other businesses wouldn't exist.
Getting people interested in manufacturing, young people especially interested in manufacturing, I think this is a great avenue to reach out and touch those kids at lower grades, so they see some of the things and see what's really out there, much less what's right here in Fremont, Ohio, Sandusky County, and then gain some interest so that as they get closer to graduation, they start pursuing some careers in those areas.
The second year, which was last year, the businesses just came out of their shell. They went the first year and drew ideas and thoughts, and they came with some really neat things activities for the kids to do. It was definitely a huge change, and they're very excited. A lot of excitement in the air.
The businesses are always more than willing to participate. The people that are there, it's interesting seeing the dynamic sometimes between the people who are maybe 50, 60 years old, and they're in here talking to ninth graders, and the kids seeing interest in, wow, I never knew that went on right here, and they can make that connection. It's been great, I think, across the board. Anybody that's participated in it, I think has really enjoyed it and came out of it with something from the side of the companies and the volunteers, as well as we hope from the kids that have come to the showcase.
I have been with the organization for 13 years, and Karen has spent 29 years involved with the organization, kind of like from the ground up. She had a lot of involvement when it came to our capital campaigns, having to do with contact and information that goes out to the investors, to just the day-to-day activities that happened to keep the office up and running. It's a hard loss when you lose someone after 29 years. We're happy and we're joyful for Karen that she was able to retire. Now they're in the process of looking about how they're going to replace a person after 29 years, but she'll be missed, and I'm sure she's enjoying her time in Florida.
You know, I've been with the organization now for 27 years. I was here when Kay came to us from the Chamber of Commerce. I had worked with Kay at the Chamber of Commerce, and it was obvious the talent that we were receiving when she decided that she'd like to make the change over to us. She has been the most professional by far of any of the economic development directors that we've had. She's taken the ball with every single project and ran with it. Level of energy that I've never seen before, and it's just been an absolute pleasure to have her as our director. I wish her nothing but the best from the county commissioner's standpoint, and know we'll be working very carefully with her, or very closely with her rather, because she will have that knowledge of what is needed in the county going forward, and will be able to work with us even closer than the good relationship we've already had with that office.
Over 13 years ago, when I started with Sandusky County Economic Development, I really didn't know much about the economic development world. The organization took a chance when they brought me on as the executive director, but we picked up really quickly and took off running. Got to work with a lot of professionals that have helped me with the strength that I have today. I have to talk specifically about our practitioner group. Our practitioner group are made up of some great professionals in Sandusky County that have a lot of diverse background that help deliver the services that are needed for our business community. And you can't do it without the team. And they meant a lot to me and always will as they move forward in the future. The organization itself has gone through a lot of transition over the last 13 years. And we've had some great transition, especially in the last probably 5 years, especially receiving some of the national recognition that we've received and awards, along with changes just recently in our logo and our website. We always try to stay ahead of the changes that are necessary in the environment of economic development, and I'm really proud to say I've been part of that. The next thing that's coming down the direction is the transition of my leaving the organization to be a new county commissioner for Sandusky County. I believe a lot of the work that I've done every day over the last 13 years have helped prepare me to be a good commissioner, and I'm really looking forward to working with the new executive director that the board recently hired. That individual is Mark Litton, and many of you will get to meet him very soon.
Well, the Sandusky County Economic Development Corporation is a not-for-profit private organization that was formed to look out for the economic needs of this county. Prior to us, there was no central organization that focused strictly on the economic betterment of the county. We continue to do that for the entire county. We do it for each of the municipalities. We help out where we can, and we just try to create a climate that raises the economic position of every citizen in the county. Well, Sandusky County is in a unique position in that we are geographically located in a fantastic spot for growth, both with our existing businesses and the emerging businesses that are coming to our region. I have no reason to believe that we won't continue to see the successes that we've been seeing in the past years.